Okay, cool. We're recording now. So yeah, that's fine. Anna, you can carry on with your cheat meal as long as you chuck in everything that we've chatted about. And John's saying, do we have to have the cheat meal if we don't feel we need it? No, you don't, actually. However, if your fat loss is now stubborn and it seems to be not coming off, then I would say to implement it. Okay, but it all depends. If you, I'm starting to let the reins off a little bit. If you see what I mean, I'm starting to teach you so that you can go away from here and implement this into your life. All right. So what I'm saying is, no, you don't have to have it. But if you feel that your fat loss is stubborn, then that might be it. Okay? Does that make sense? Good stuff, Anna. Normal service restored. Excellent. Right then. So, with that in mind...
No, can you see my messages, mate, or not?
Yeah, I can. I just need to take my time going through them, buddy.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's all right. I can't jump in, so I'll get back to that. But what I'm going to do is call each one of you forward, and you can actually speak your questions, okay? Because otherwise, I'm gonna get backed up on here too much. Bulletproof coffee, Matt. Just wait for the end of the program and see if you can tolerate it. Because what it might do is hinder your fat loss. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So wait till. I mean, if you. What I would do is anything like this that you've got a question about, make it part of your cheat meal. Okay. At the moment.
Okay. Brilliant.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to start doing now is call each one of you forward for your basically so that everyone can hear you, you can interact, and you can actually speak your message out. All right, and we can almost have a conversation then, and everyone can hear it. Okay, so seeing as Gemma's at the top on my screen, I'm going to go with Gemma. Okay, so fire away. Any questions?
No, I don't think I've got any.
Okay.
I can't think of one thing I need to know.
No?
No.
That's fine. You'll just be able to benefit from anything else that's going on here then, all right?
Yep.
Good stuff. Okay, Matt, fire away. You're next on the list.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, go for it.
I know I asked you about potato as like a bit of a cheat, or is that something we can implement more in the week, or again just try and keep it to a cheat meal?
What, the bulletproofs?
No, the sweet potato.
Oh, sweet potato, at the moment, don't worry about that, mate, because that's coming in 2 weeks. Okay? But yeah, certainly have that as part of your cheat meal at the moment, okay? So everything's a step-by-step process. Okay? So that sort of thing will form part of a cheat meal at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay? And as does anything else if you want to as that cheat meal. All right, you've got all of your instructions about how to structure and go about your cheat meal. Obviously, cheating better is a good option because you know, say you wanted to have a pizza, yeah, it's better to make the pizza than it is to go and buy it, because the possibility of having loads and loads of additives, loads and loads of trans fats or anything in those sorts of things, they will then hinder your fat loss. So, obviously I'm not saying do that all the time, yeah. Have a cheat meal, but it's always better to cheat better, okay? So, if you're going to have a cookie, it's probably better to have a good quality cookie that has less of the trans fats than your 17 pence Tesco's value ones that are full to the brim of rubbish. Yeah. All right. If you want to have the sweet potato at the moment, have the sweet potato on a cheat meal. But if I was having a cheat meal and I was going to have potatoes, I'd probably have chips. Do you know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
So one more thing with amounts of with food on a cheat. So you wouldn't recommend us eating a full pizza on a cheat meal because obviously, would you say stick to keeping the amounts relatively low, but obviously enjoy something like a homemade pizza, for example?
Yeah, this is the thing. We can go overboard with cheat meals, which is why I say to have it as late on in the day as possible. Looking good, Jem, all dressed up. Yeah, so obviously to avoid problems, I always say have it as late on in the day as possible. And the clue's in the title, really. It's a case of it's a cheat meal. It's a standard meal, not let's go absolutely mental and gorge as much stuff down as we can. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know about you. I've got a pretty big appetite, but I couldn't do a dustbin lid pizza and a load of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
How did you know?
I could do that with my eyes shut.
No problem.
So yeah, it's a cheat meal and a standard meal, and then if you want a pudding, sling a pudding on the end. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right?
definitely.
That's how we'd class a cheat meal. And you want to be having it, and luckily, you want to be having it late on in the day, in the evening. That's when that's again. It's not only the point in the week that we're most likely to want to have a cheat. It's also in the latter part of the day where most people will be going out for a meal with friends, family, partners, whatever. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. When it comes to drinking, don't bring that in just yet. That comes in next week. Okay?
I don't drinking doesn't bother me. Okay. I've not had a drink this year yet.
Cool. Well done. So how to drink, Gemma's thinking, I've drunk more in one night.
That's what
It's Kinvara. Kinvara's the drunk.
Yeah, Kinvara is for sure.
I have been drinking a bit. Is that bad?
You don't want to know what I know about Kinvara. Holy shit. One day at the TBT Christmas party, I'll tell you. Actually, I won't need to tell you because you'll see it.
Oh, God.
I'm hopefully going to Kinvara's do at the pavilion. So I'll probably...
I'll have to behave myself then because I'm working.
I'll video. I don't believe you. I'm going to video it for everyone.
No, I have to concentrate then.
So yeah, so we've had the cheat meal. So late on in the day as possible. It is a meal, and sling on the pudding. The very second that your ass leaves that seat, it's over. Okay, that's your rules to stick by. Okay, so it's always best to eat it at a table. As soon as your bum leaves that chair, it's done. Okay, so don't sit down and get cozy with your partner, okay, or your dog. All right, sit down, put on a movie, okay, or Sex in the City, Matt.
Yeah.
and literally have a bag of Doritos, loads of Maltesers, and don't do that, okay? Domino Foods, you'll keep going and going and going and going and going. Have your meal at the table. As soon as your bum leaves that seat, done. Okay? That's your rules. Okay? Try and stick by that.
What happens if I can reach food from the seat? What happens if my seat's on wheels?
You're going to tell me that you're in a bed sit where you can sit on the sofa and reach the food on your dining table, aren't you?
No. I've trained the dog to bring me chocolate.
Untraining. Shooting. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. Okay, pretty simple rules. Drinking comes in next week, and how to drink. The week after that is where we look at bringing in some carbohydrates and how to get away with it. Okay, and still lose fat. By the way, scary stuff. Scary stuff. Okay. So we're getting technical. You're going to need to listen to those videos over and over, particularly next week if you intend on drinking, and how to do that and stay lean for your entire life, okay, and get away with it. Really look into it. Really understand exactly what's involved, okay? And then when it comes to adding in some carbs, which many people want to do, all right? How to do that. It can get technical. And also we're looking at portion sizes as well, okay? Something we haven't spoken about yet, okay? So what we had to do throughout the program was give you a bucket load of actual nutrients, get you feeling good and knowing what it's like to feel good, and by switching from a poor diet to a good diet, dropping anyway, okay? And then we're looking at portion sizes. For some of you, when you do those portion sizes, they may be more than what you're eating now, currently. Okay? And again, that can be scary as well. But what that can also do is fire up your metabolism as well. Okay? So sometimes if you eat far too less than you should be, your fat loss can slow down because your metabolism slows down to match up with those incoming calories. Okay? Which brings me on to actually going to have a conversation with John Wheeler now, because you got to a point where you were a little bit stubborn. Is that right, John?
Yeah, my weight hasn't really, physical weight hasn't really dropped at all for
No.
about 3 weeks now.
No,
I
but
stayed at 84 kilos.
yeah, well that's fine. But your pictures tell a different story, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that bothered about the physical weight side. But
No.
measurements are still, the waist is still dropping in centimeters, which is good.
Yeah.
It's it's just physical weight more than anything.
Yeah.
Had a kind of stubborn couple of weeks.
Yeah. So what about the measurements though? They're not stubborn, are they? Are they coming down weekly?
Yeah, around the waist measurements are coming down weekly. Everything else stayed about the same.
Okay, cool, good stuff. I mean, you're looking good, so it's good. So what for many of you, your metabolism might get fired up now in a different way. Okay, we're looking at now your strength will begin to increase. All right, so those of you that do CrossFit, all right, your strength will begin to increase. Guys, your muscle mass may increase, as we're looking at carb backloading and portion sizes and things like that. Okay? All right. So, okay, John, got any questions?
Yeah, just one question I've got. Can we introduce creatine, or is that still a no-no at this stage?
Yeah, creatine's fine. But just expect your what will happen is that you'll hold more water in the muscle. Okay, so
Right.
I would expect an increase on the scales. This is what I'd expect. Instantly, you'll hold more water in the muscle, and obviously your measurements on arms, chest, back, things like that will possibly go up, but I wouldn't expect anything to happen on the waistline at all. It would probably, so that'll continue to go down.
Right.
All right, but certainly
Good.
it's not going to affect your fat loss results.
Right.
All right. You got any others?
Yeah, happy with that.
Do you,
I
you
think
know?
that's it for now.
Yeah.
Come back to me in a bit.
Okay, mate. Do you know how to? Do you know how to take it?
No, I know you kind of take it a bit so much each time, don't you? You kind of build up and then drop off.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll message you with how to do it, mate.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I did speak about it on the box tour, I think. Did I? I think I
Yeah,
spoke
you
about-
did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get that info across to you, mate. Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Right. Who's next? I'll tell you what, Victoria. You there, Victoria?
She signed off. It's put on the note that she lost signal and she signed off.
Oh, okay.
Vic the Viking.
Vic the Viking. I think she's trying to get back on now.
Yeah.
Victoria, are you there?
I'm here, but I'm just massively struggling hearing the sound, so I think I might just log in tomorrow. Is that alright?
It's
I'm
completely
getting like
up to
30
you.
seconds of something, then 2 minutes of nothing.
Really? Is it your signal? Is it your Wi-Fi? Oh, she's typing, I think. Okay, let's go for Kimvara.
Hello.
Hey, dude. All right.
Hello. Yeah, all good.
Good stuff.
2 questions. How long are we doing this 14-hour fasting thing for?
It'll be something to implement as much as you can. Okay. Until you hit your goal.
Okay.
From
And
here
that's
on
14
in.
hours.
Unless of course it's not working with your hormones and things like that, but that would be for you to just kind of keep in touch with me on. Are you finding it horrible?
No,
Or?
it's absolutely fine, actually.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm finding it fine. It is quite good because it means I eat less throughout the day.
Yeah.
And no, I've actually gone more back to eggs in the morning. So I think I'm on like the border of a whoosh because I couldn't do smoothies when I was away. I was only eating eggs and I definitely feel slimmer. So I've gone back to eggs, but still having a greens drink. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's on the
Yeah,
breakfast.
I think before I went away, I think I was just eating so many avocados and so many nuts and stuff, and I just felt like I was expanding, and that wasn't paying attention to the scales, that was paying attention to my clothes. And I found when I went back to eggs, the fat came off a bit. So I've gone back to eggs. I'm fine having those at 11 o'clock. I just put them in Tupperware and I take them with me wherever I am. But really cool eating an omelette in like Cafe Nero. But is that all right then if I stick with the 14 hours and go back to eggs for a while?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's an advocated breakfast, so yeah, for sure. I would probably mix it up though. You can get intolerant to cooked eggs, eating too many of them.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, it's a common, if you imagine bodybuilders, the most common sticking point I find with them is that they eat far too many cooked eggs and get intolerant to them, and the results slow down because obviously they eat like 1,000 egg omelette or something stupid like that every single day. So what I would do is kind of mix that up. I mean, you've heard about the meat and nuts breakfast, have you?
Yeah, no, I can definitely do that.
That's a good one. It will really get that fat off you.
Okay.
As you know, breaking the fast. If you're taking out an omelette in a Tupperware, then it's fairly simple to have some cooked meat and some soaked nuts maybe, and eat those together.
Okay, cool. I'll do that as well. So I mean, how many times a week maximum should I be having eggs?
Cooked eggs, like a
Yeah.
maximum of 3 probably.
Okay.
Mixing it up. Just cooked eggs can really prove an intolerance problem. So, which is why I only ever have raw eggs. Really, I've got like 5 raw eggs in this.
What, just like raw? Raw.
Raw in here, yeah.
Ooh. Okay, cool. Well, okay.
Fine.
I'll do that then. I'll cut down on the eggs a bit. I mean, I'll still have the odd smoothie, but I just feel that I feel like I'm on the brink of something actually happening. And so I just think I had way too many avocados. So that was sort of blocking me a bit. So blocking my fat loss. So I'll make sure I do meat and nuts and stuff. A bit.
Mix that up throughout the week. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
But otherwise, I'm finding it's fine.
Good.
And yeah, no, and then I still have actually been drinking that much. So I'm not going to bring any cheap stuff in yet because I just think because I'm just quite behind because I sort of started quite a lot when everyone else was doing really well. I was off getting pissed. So I think now that I'm on a roll, I just need to sort of keep on it.
Yeah. That's good. Good.
Perfect. Well, that's all my questions really.
Is it? I thought you had another one. Oh, okay.
No, it was the eggs and the fasting thing. That was about it.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
haven't had a cigarette in a month.
You haven't?
No.
Blimey. Well done.
Oh,
Good stuff.
yeah.
Really good. Happy with that.
Thank you.
Okay. Michelle, your I don't think your your microphone's working, is it? No.
So,
What about if you plug in some phone earphones with a mic on it? That might work. Try that. Has that got a mic on? Try it. Just while you're doing that, I'm going to move over to Anna, okay? Just while you're sorting that out. Hey, Anna. Hey, how you doing?
yeah, better, thanks.
Getting better?
Yeah, much better, thanks.
Good. Because we had our chat the other day, didn't we?
Yesterday, yeah, I had a snap, yeah.
Awesome. So, have you got any sort of questions in addition to what we spoke about?
Yeah, I have quite a few actually, if that's alright. On the subject what Kim just said, in terms of having many avocados, because we had that chat yesterday, and I had thought, I must be eating too much because I'm not shifting. Obviously, I know now why. I actually basically logged onto my Fitness Pal just to see how much of what I'm eating. I wasn't hitting any numbers, any specific numbers. I was just logging just to see where I am.
Yeah.
And basically, my question is, how much fat is too much fat? Because at the end of the day, I was much higher on fat. On protein, I was quite low. So, for example, I was hitting between 80 to 120 grams of fat, but only around about 6 grams of protein. And
120 grams of fat?
Say again, sorry?
120 grams of fat?
Yeah.
Holy
One day-
crap, really?
Yeah. We had that chat with me when I basically went into Wales and had coconut, remember? So
Yeah.
I had loads of avocado, had loads of nuts, I had coconut, basically shredded coconut. And it added up nearly 120, which that shocked me because obviously
That's,
that's
it shocked me.
fat. Yeah. So basically, my question is, how much fat is too much fat?
Well, You probably want to be about 20 grams.
That's great, yeah.
So what's happening is that what we do is we just give without to save you having to weigh and measure and track everything. What we do, what we say is we've got the guidelines with the food box, and we've got the guidelines with the smoothie, for instance, and we've got the guidelines with your evening meal. So obviously you're going to be having fat at each of those.
Yeah.
Snacks, I mean, you were snacking because you were hungry, and you were hungry because your body wanted nutrients. And the reason your body wasn't getting the nutrients is because you weren't absorbing them. So it was just putting this in. So the guidelines is that you just, with your smoothie, for instance, to get your fat element is like a drizzle of an oil, or like half an avocado to an avocado. On your lunchbox, you literally have your box, and you're just going drizzle, done. Evening meal, you're cooking in some element of fat, and that's about it. Maybe a pinch of nuts or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Right, so that's the kind of the guidelines. I think within, particularly in CrossFit, you've got this real following behind fat. Eat a ton of fat, and I think you can go a bit too far on it.
Yeah, because I did some challenges before, or some meal plans before, and obviously it was all about cutting down tops and bumping the fats. Rounds, I completely couldn't do it because I was just so carb dependent that it was just driving me mad. Second time round, when I actually started eating more avocados, I did see my energy levels. Quite easy to survive on 3 meals without snacking and without feeling that I'm going to fall at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But obviously my health was going absolutely nowhere. So I'm just kind of trying to find the balance, how much of that fat I eat so I don't crave the simple carbs and, don't fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
But obviously without stopping the fat loss, or make it even harder for myself to lose fat.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean, because that's what you were basically told, because I started struggling once.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I was so basically without any energy. So I was told basically all.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a guideline which comes from week 10 now. Okay. I don't want to talk too much ahead of week 10, but seeing as you in particular are finding it difficult with portioning your fats, okay, without having to weigh and measure anything, what I'm going to do is give you an easy guideline ahead of week 10, okay? And that is, at each meal, for you as a female, you want a thumb of fat, okay? So if I was to put my thumb there, and I was to lay out some nuts, it would be, you'll see the pictures at week 10, but basically if I put my thumb on a plate and lay some nuts next to my thumb, that's the portion of fats for that meal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You'll see it on week 10. There's an actual picture of it.
Okay.
Okay? And that's
be too much, wouldn't it?
Sorry?
How avocado in a smoothie, and then the other half in the lunchbox. This olive oil will be too much, won't it? Because that's more than you just had.
It's a thumb at each meal.
Right. Okay.
Okay? You were breaking up just a little bit there.
Sorry. My.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay.
All right. So make sense?
Yeah, it does now, yeah.
Good stuff.
And in terms of smoothies, can I have them, for example, as my tea?
Can you have a smoothie for your dinner?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
So
It's
just,
a smoothie is a complete meal.
Yeah.
It's just a blended meal. That's all it is. You've got your fats, you've got your protein, and you've got your veg. It's really as simple as that. As long as you're still within your guidelines on the fructose per day, between 5 and 10 grams. Okay. So for instance, with a smoothie, it's very easy to put a lot of fruit in a smoothie, isn't it?
any.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's cool. It's quite a good solution to a meal replacement. For instance, I couldn't sit. I work so late that I couldn't sit here eating a meal in front of you guys. So this works absolutely perfectly, and it just works really, really well. So yeah, if you want. Sorry.
On my training days, basically, because time I got home so late, cook for lunch. I eat about 10 o'clock, go to sleep because I'm too full.
Yeah.
So if I was I'll with me to the train station and just sit down straight after, then I don't have to worry about eating.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool. That's good. So I think you're starting to break up a little bit, Anna. I think it might be your connection. Are you close to the Wi-Fi?
Briefly, yeah.
Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is just while we're waiting for that to improve, I'll come back to you, Anna. Let's have Michelle type into the box her questions, and we'll go over those. Okay. And she can type super fast, unlike me. So she doesn't really have any questions, but I would like to erase the last 4 weeks and start again. Did you mess up a touch? Can you learn sign language? On CBBS, they got that bloke called Justin, and he does teaches you sign language. You haven't been that bad, but perhaps for the benefit of this call, I can talk to you outside of it. Okay, that's fine. Fine. I don't want to bore everyone. No, you're not boring everyone. So Matt Fletcher wants to hear it. Matt Fletcher, we all do want to hear it. Let me read out your story to everyone. She's actually been quite good. Travel broke you. Okay. Binge drinking. Fair enough. Binge drinking because of work? No? Yeah. Oh, okay, because of work. Four words. First word. Is it a film? But most of all, I'm a bit exhausted doing all the workouts. Okay. So you've been binge drinking and you're exhausted and travel's breaking you and then getting up in the morning and sorting out my meals, and then I'm not giving up in my mind. I just feel like I'm not doing it the 100%. Okay. So you can't prepare anything at night? Yeah? Yes. Okay. Okay, so, alright, so you're a busy lady. You've got a lot going on. You have to travel loads. You have to entertain loads. I understand that. The discipline is missing. Okay, easy to fall off the wagon. Tired. Last thing you want to do is work out. Okay. And by the time you get home, it's difficult. So what we've got here is we've got all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle there for you. We've just got to make this actually a part of your life, really. Okay, in essence, I guess. Okay. And people are getting in the way. Okay. So are people having a view on what you're doing, and you feel pressure to not do it or to fall in line with them? A bit. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got to square this away for you. It's more that you get distracted. Okay. So yeah, time, pressure, people not leaving you alone, and you just need to get organised to do what you want to do and sod everyone else. Okay, we just need to really just look at solutions. Yeah, we just got to look at solutions, making it part of your life. That's fine. We'll talk about it afterwards, but just for the benefit of everyone, I'll talk in generality. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, the solutions are that we have all the pieces. We just need to make them fit into your lifestyle for you personally, and it can fit, and it really is about future pacing things for yourself and saying, okay, there's a reason I came on this program. There's a reason for it. So there is something that I want, that you want, and we need to be able to have you have it. Okay. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so there's a reason you came on, and we need to make it a part of your life. All right? And we've really just got to find some solutions and we've got to find a way of you being positive and saying, sod you lot, I'm going to do what I want to do. And yeah, like you said, you need to focus on achieving it. But it also, although you're saying I need to focus, there's one important thing we need to do, and that is to not focus too much. Okay, and I don't know whether that makes sense to you. You're probably gonna learn about this next week. It's just a bonus audio next week. All right, and it's all about being able to stay on track for the long term. All right. Think about things too much. Yeah. You really need to listen to that audio, and I was actually going to send it to you a little while ago. It needs to be part of your life, but it needs to be in the background, not the foreground. Yeah? Because if we're thinking about it far too much, it will take over, it will be overwhelming, and it will just engross you into this thing. And while I do what I do, it's still always secondary in the background. What I've done is made it part of my life, so that, for instance, think about it like this. Before you came on here, did you think about food 24/7, about what you were going to eat at every single meal? My guess is no. Okay? So why should it be any different now? All we need to do is just know what we need to do and almost automate it. Make it part of our life, not stress about it, not fret about it. Put it in the background and say, this is me, this is what I do, not this is what I'm doing and I'm thinking about it 24/7 for 12 weeks. Which is why the program's set up the way it is, to teach you these things and gradually bring things in. Okay? Can you imagine now if I'd have put portion control at the beginning? And I'm adding all that into it as well. So now not only are you thinking about the types of foods you've got to eat, how to implement a smoothie, how to implement fasting, how to implement the lunchbox, preparing the lunchbox, and now I add to it portion control, and it all just, it becomes a massive clusterfuck, for want of a better word, okay? So we've really got to put it in the background, not stress about it. Have these simplified instructions for yourself, which we'll go through together on the phone. Okay, simplify the instructions, simplify your life, make it a part of Michelle Boyd, and then put it in the background, because your life isn't that. Okay, your life is everything else. Your work. You're going out with friends. The fact that you have to go for a meal should not be a stress. Should not be even thinking about it. Just forget it. Rock up at that restaurant. Know what you've got to do. Forget about it. Forget about what everyone else is doing. All right? All of those things. But that's what we'll talk about. And that's an audio that you're going to listen to next week, all right? So I really think that for everyone's benefit, we could just go over that and say, look, this forms part of your background, not your foreground, okay? Learn it, implement it, and make it a part of you, Michelle, okay? And make it easy. Because why is it? It's not easy for me because I know more. Because I could easily stress every second about what food I'm eating. Okay? It's easy for me because it's now part of my life and it's in the background. I didn't come in and stress about my smoothie. I came in and made my smoothie. Okay? Not stressing. Making it a part of your life, how to fit it in. All right, we'll talk more about that anyway. Okay. Cool. Let's get back to. Oh, did you have any more questions, Michelle? No. Okay. Cool. Let's get back to. Oh, sorry. Kinvara's asked a question. Any tips on how to cope with dinner parties? Dinner parties, as in where they're walking around with canapes.
No, like I'm going to like a friend's house for dinner tomorrow, and I know sometimes I just get a bit stressed out about what they're going to cook.
Yeah. So I would suggest
I
a
wish I
new
had
thing.
such problems.
First world problems.
I would suggest a new thing, a new friends thing, where everyone takes 1 or 2 dishes along.
Okay, that's easier. I mean,
Then,
it's
it-
only.
because
It's easy when if I'm cooking for friends. It's just that I went to one a couple of weeks ago where I took my own feed, but it was lots of people, so no one actually really noticed. I'm
Yeah.
going to like a small one tomorrow, and I mean, there's only so many things. I mean, I can't handle cheese anyway, so my friends know that. But I mean, what do I do tomorrow if I pitch up and there's like pasta or there's like covered in cream? Like, I'm just not really sure what to do.
yeah, but will that be the only thing, or?
Well, I mean, I just sort of. I mean, there's so many sort of things that don't stick with the program that
Yeah.
could happen.
Take tomorrow as your cheat meal.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to do that yet, but I was just wondering if you had any tips. So, would you say try and do a bit more like? So, can I bring something to contribute?
What I would say is get on the phone to them and or do you have regular dinner parties with regularly the same people?
Yeah, but it's not that often. It's usually about once a week.
Yeah. Well,
But
what you want to suggest is
make pasta.
rather than saying I'm a boring old git and I'm going to take my own stuff and I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb walking in with my Tupperware.
Yeah, I did that the other week.
Yeah, and you don't feel good,
Mm.
and it's just not great. So if everyone's walking in with a bit of Tupperware, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. And it
Yeah.
also, the person holding the dinner party is at a benefit because they have to make less. And it can almost get like this kind of, like the more you do it, it can become this sort of
The only
almost
thing
a
is
pretty
that-
cool thing. No one tells anyone what they're bringing, and it's almost like you rock up and they're going, "Oh, I wonder what's going to be on this week." I loved what Kinvara did last time. That was really cool. I never realised you could make this with this. That was amazing. And it just becomes this kind of really cool experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what I would suggest to these regular people, you could just say, "Look, I went to a party the other day. It was absolutely amazing. All right, it was really cool because everyone took along the stuff, and the dinner host, all they had to do was put this stuff out in like really cool kind of serving stuff, and everyone was kind of like swapping this food, and it became quite a cool little cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And everyone like loved experiencing a complete different array of foods.
Mm. Okay, cool. That's perfect. Thank you.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no. It is a really good idea. I do tend to like stress before
Yeah.
going to houses for dinner because you just never know what you're gonna get.
And that comes down to restaurants as well. I will say, look, do you mind if I suggest the restaurant? Take control.
Yeah.
Be the person in charge, and say, I'm going to organise this meeting, and we're going to meet at this restaurant and this place.
Mm.
So-
Yeah, no, that's good. I tend to do that all the time. My friends think I'm just a control freak, but it is quite good.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I mean, what's the chances that any of your people you meet or friends aren't going to like meat? Like steak, chicken, fish.
Yeah.
Even if you
you're right. You're definitely right.
I went to a restaurant. I went to an a la carte restaurant last night. What's the first thing people think about when it comes to an a la carte restaurant? Just food full of shit.
Oh, what you took him?
Well, I went to an a la carte restaurant last night.
And was it good or bad?
No, it was good. It's just making the right selections, you know.
Mm.
So it can be done. I had pork belly.
Oh, no.
You know, it's just
Oh, nom nom.
it can be it really can be done. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All
No,
right.
I think I think the person I'm going to tomorrow knows that I'm quite an enthusiastic carnivore, so hopefully he won't try and chat pasta down my throat.
Oh, it's a bloke. Oh, you're right. It's going to be steak.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed.
Mari, you should be on Made in Chelsea.
Oh no, just from my voice is so bad.
I think you fit in perfectly. Don't pretend you don't watch it.
Sorry, I don't watch it sometimes.
Oh, never.
Pleasure.
Not in a million years. Okay. If that's that on that, let's go to Anna again. Hopefully her signal's really cool. You there, Anna?
Yeah,
Cool. If not, Anna, type in your question, and I can get that out to everyone. Cool. And after Anna's, just while Anna's typing in her questions, did anyone else have any questions for me, seeing as we've gone round?
Do you often lay your nuts on your plate next to your thumb? And does it get any bigger? Sorry, I had to.
I'll let you see the video. You still there, John? Yeah.
Yeah, still here. Yeah.
Cool.
With
Did you?
regards to creatine, I've just had a quick Google, and there's about 10 different types.
Oh, when it comes to creatine, mate,
Creatine, yeah.
you don't need. I mean, none of those other creatines like
Yeah.
creatine ethyl ester and all this rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't work any better than creatine. They're trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Okay,
Cool.
so go for good old bog standard creatine monohydrate.
Yeah.
And it's the cheapest one and it's the best one.
All right. Cool.
None of the others work better than that.
Brilliant. Thank you.
And I'm telling you now, creatine ethyl ester tastes absolutely foul.
Right.
I'm not joking.
No.
It is disgusting. You'll buy a packet of it and never use it.
I mean, you probably tell me how to take it, but can I take it in my morning smoothie, or is it, my 12 o'clock smoothie, or do I take it before I work out?
Creatine, depends how with creatine. It depends on how quickly you want to see the results from it.
Right.
So you can either do the loading phase and then taper off to maintenance, or you can go straight into maintenance.
Right.
Okay, so it really is completely up to you. If you're going for monohydrate, it's so cheap that I'd say just do the loading phase anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, but I'll message you with the exact things. All right.
Great. Thank you.
No
John, why
props.
do you want why do you want the creatine? Can I ask?
Just to add a bit of bulk, muscle growth.
Why don't you try a strength cycle?
Yeah, it's just fitting it around my lifestyle, really, and work. And I what kind of 5 nights a week as it is. Now I should try and do something like a strength cycle. That's the box. Robert the
I
box. Put
we
something
did
together.
we did nutrition, and I just can't see the benefits of creatine at all.
Right.
Not at all.
It does work. It
Short
does work,
term.
but what I would do is probably get everything else squared away first. I mean, your strength and bulk will improve during when you start doing carb backloading.
Right.
So now strength, performance, muscle size will increase for you with this carb backloading, buddy.
Okay.
But you know, creatine does work. But do you need it yet? I mean, I said yes, you can have it because it's just not going to alter your fat loss, but it's not essential right now because you're going to start backloading and all the rest of it. So you'll see that you'll improve.
Yeah. I mean, I'll stick with the plan.
Yeah,
Anyway.
what I'd do is just do things in steps all the time, because the trouble is if you bring in the creatine, you know, by the time you go to start it, you're probably going to be doing the carb backloading at the same time. Now, if your strength improves and your muscle goes up, you're not going to know what did that.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
always best to do things in steps all the time. All right.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Happy with that.
Okay. I've got some questions here. I've got Anna. Holland and Barrett supplements. What's your opinion on those? With Holland and Barrett, you can't put them all into the same category, unfortunately. I know their supplier, I know their manufacturer because I've actually been there, and you just can't put them all into the same category, unfortunately. So it really comes down to looking at them and understanding and really asking me, because when it comes to magnesium, not all magnesium is created the same. When it comes to calcium, not all calcium is created the same. Some of the calcium they sell is good, some of the calcium they sell is bad. Some of the fish oil they sell is good, some of the fish oil they sell is bad. Same goes for D3, vitamin E, everything. So it really is a case of what supplement rather than just generalising with Holland and Barrett. And also they sell different brands as well. So but as far as their own brand stuff goes, they've got different suppliers, different manufacturers, and also different types. So for instance, magnesium oxide isn't absorbed in the body. All right, but they also sell magnesium glycinate, I think, and that is absorbed. So it comes down to knowing which supplement. All right. BCAAs, can we have them now? If so, how many and at what time? I would wait out on the BCAAs. Marie Collis asked me the same question the other day, and we're gonna talk about that at the end of the program. Okay, so
What are BCAAs?
branch chain amino acids. You don't need to worry about those, Kinvara.
That all sounds a bit much.
Yeah, you don't need those. It's branch chain amino acids would be used to enable yourself to recover from training and also prevent muscle loss during training.
Okay.
All right, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Michelle, the whole fermented thing has spun me out a bit. How often do I need to be eating it? Once a day. I bought some sauerkraut from Tesco. What's the situation with bought fermented foods? I think this is an example, Michelle, of thinking too much about it. The videos are just giving you the background, okay? You know, whys, wherefores, and stuff like that. It's very, very, very simple. It's so simple, in fact, that just listen to the videos, and the only thing you need to do is the action steps. So just look at the action steps and say, when it comes to that module in particular, if you're experiencing a bucket load of those symptoms, then you would only need to do the latter part. All right, and that's what's in the video. So the only thing to be able to look after your gut and make sure you're getting so all you're going to have to do, Michelle, is the preventative step to ensure that everything works correctly, and that is very simply adding in a little bit of fermented food, if you can, at each meal. Because things like raw sauerkraut is what you want. Okay, so that's what you want to be looking for. If it's pasteurized, it's not going to work. Okay, so raw sauerkraut without sugar is the one you want, and if you can get a nice dollop of that at each meal, works great. Okay, and it's got 100 times more kind of probiotics than a probiotic supplement. Okay, really, really, really good stuff. So you can buy bought stuff, just make sure it's nice and raw. All right, and that's it. That's it, really. Okay, fine. Anna, I also sometimes feel like I should go back to the detox phase again, as I felt pretty cool after week 2. What's your opinion on taking that into account? All the problems we spoke about. I just feel like the program is moving too quickly for me to adapt. Yeah, no, I understand. And because of your situation that you're at the moment, it is going to be more difficult for you to implement everything very quickly. Okay, so for you in particular, okay, here's something I do. I do the detox. I do a 4-day detox every month. All right, but that's for me. I'm not telling you to do that. But for yourself, Anna, if you can handle those detoxes, it might do you some good. It might do you some good. So I think it would be something that you could implement and give what you're going to be doing is giving your gut a bit of a rest for those 4 days, which is probably why you felt so good on that detox, because your body wasn't having to deal with all of this, all of those animal products. It was a much easier and better experience for your gut. It was cleaner, and it was a more sound environment for you. So for that reason, it might be good for you to do a 4-day detox every month, you know, while you're going through this process. When it comes to everything else, Anna, we're just really going to be working together on improving everything for you, okay? And that's what we've been doing. If you've got your action steps for now, and we just need to reassess weekly where you're at and work from there, okay? It smells like sweaty socks. Sauerkraut. Does it, John?
Yeah. I think it does.
Really? Maybe yours was just made with sweaty socks. I don't know.
Would have been.
Mine. Does yours taste? Do you like the taste of it?
Oh, the taste is great.
Oh right,
It's the
okay.
smell of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Not a fan of the smell.
Oh, Michelle, you'll have to hang with if your sauerkraut's in Polish. You'll have to ask Anna what it is. So Anna said, so try once a month again, because when I had a smoothie today, it actually felt soothing for my stomach. Cool. Yeah, I think it would do you the world of good, Anna. Definitely. I didn't want to speak about, the 4-day detox every month because most people absolutely hated the detox phase. All right, but for you, I think it's really going to give your digestive system the rest that it needs. Okay. And I think we're getting somewhere. So the chat that we had the other day, I think we're getting somewhere with everything. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, and Anna's saying that the Polish sauerkraut, if anyone who's watching this video after this, the recorded version, Anna's saying that any of the Polish ones are not pasteurized and it's just raw cabbage, salt and water. Ideal. So if you can find the Polish version, go for that.
Justin,
Yeah.
what happens at the end of the process? Are we still a part of the group to keep each other going, and what or does it what happens at the end of it?
Okay, cool. That's brilliant. So, oh yeah, that's the one, Anna. £1 at Tesco. Really, that's awesome. Okay, so at the end of the program, obviously you're going to have been taught how to carry on everything. Okay,
Yeah.
so by the time you will know how to eat carbohydrates, you'll know how to go out and have a drink and not put on any fat. You'll know how to have some sweet potato and not put any fat. You'll know the portion sizes and how to bring them down to fit with your particular goals. You'll know how to eat all the foods throughout the day. You'll know how to look after your gut. You'll know how to reduce stress. You'll know how to start the day. You'll know how to intermittent fast. Everything. So everything you need is done. After the program, I can understand that actually going from an intensely supported program to out in the big wide world on your own is quite a difficult one. So what happens is that you get transitioned into another group where everyone is going to go who has been on TBT before, where everyone can interact together. So you're going to go, you can keep this group going, but you'll go to another group as well where you'll interact with all sorts of people, beyond your group that have done it before, during and after, okay?
Yeah.
Also, what is being developed at the moment is something called TBT Daily.
Okay.
And that is an option, and it's completely up to you. It's being developed, and I've been trying to get it developed in time. Whether it will be there in time for when you finish I don't know. I'm just so busy. But that is a monthly subscription, and it's only 17 quid.
Right.
So and that's an option for you. But all it is daily training, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Daily recipes, breakfast, lunch, dinner, motivation, and supplement advice, and all sorts of gumph like that. So it's called TBT Daily. And it literally just keeps you going, that sort of thing. And TBT Daily will be managed via and supported via that Facebook group that I mentioned about, that new one. So
Right,
you,
okay,
you go
cool.
into the Facebook group anyway, regardless of whether you're on TBT Daily or not. All right, and also you don't lose the website afterwards. All right.
So we're still getting to use the site after.
Yep, you don't get bunged out of it at all. You keep everything that you've got. You keep your access password, username, and everything, and you can go in. And as it gets updated, you still keep it.
Excellent, brilliant.
All right, because
Yeah.
when I did the program and as it's being developed, I'm all the time thinking, what would I want? How would I want things? So the answers were, I would want to keep what I've invested in. I wouldn't want, you've invested time, money, and effort into it. I wouldn't want it all of a sudden taken off me, because I might want to go back to the beginning and start again.
Yeah, exactly.
Albeit you won't have the level of support, but you will have had so much support and answers that you can just literally go, I need a reminder on this, or I need a reminder on that. So the access is there for you straight after the program anyway. All right.
Yeah, brilliant.
So obviously in that support group afterwards, I'm starting to take on coaches now, additional coaches who will be sort of helping me manage that area. So we'll be able to, the main thing is that you can interact together and help each other out. That's the main thing. Every so often we'll come into the group and help out. All right?
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers.
Yeah, and I'm hoping on some sort of like live events and things like that you guys can come across to. And I'm also trying to plan a Christmas do. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I've got like a ton of shit going on. And it's never ending, but my goal is always, I just want to keep developing and keep you guys happy, so as much as I can. So that's what I will do.
Sounds good to me, mate.
Good stuff. So yeah, I'm really trying to get this Christmas do up and running. If anyone wants to send me any suggestions on that, I'm more than happy to listen to you. If but I'm looking at some sponsors of it. I'm looking at it being a really cool event. But just as long as you don't judge me, all right? Because once that alcohol goes in, all right,
Don't
I
worry about
can't
you
be held
judging me.
responsible. So don't judge me.
We will. I'm going to make you eat cake.
Make me eat cake.
Not go.
It's cool because you'll all know about cheat meals and everything, so I can go. I can drink as much as I want. I can tell you it's my cheat meal. It's all good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. There should be a fair few people coming to it, so it'll be a pretty cool event, hopefully. All right. Do we have any more questions then? Someone's gone.
I'm gonna shoot off, mate. I'm gonna head to bed. But thanks very much, and I'll speak to everyone later.
Cool. See you, buddy. Take care.
Cheers, mate. See you guys. Bye.
Bye. Who else we got? Hayley's still in. John's in. Anna and Gemma. Cool. So Gem, you got anything else?
Like,
No. Cool. John?
No, I think I'm cool. I think it's everything covered
Cool.
tonight. Yeah.
Hayley?
no, I'm all good, thanks, Justin.
You sure?
Yep, I'm good, thanks. No questions.
No questions. I like your squeaky voice.
That's just makes my voice better.
Yeah, this is actually my voice.
Are you sure that are you on helium or what?
Thanks, Justin.
I know this was recorded.
I like it.
I'm gonna get complex now.
She's on gas.
Any sounds like she's been drinking.
Does she's normally like that after some booze, is she?
Yeah, about 3 glasses of wine normally.
Really? Is that what
No
you've
wine
been on?
tonight. I definitely haven't had any tonight.
Oh God. And I don't know if I'm going to get an answer off Anna here. She probably won't be able to answer me.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, she said, "What's the score with dairy?" Okay, I'll be honest. All right, not yet. We're going to go through the dairy stuff. All right. It's a dodgy one, and you will find. I'll be honest. You'll find that if it goes in, you might experience some really bad stuff going on. All right. My tea was lush. Tea as in dinner, or tea as in a cup of tea? I've seen it. Oh, dinner. Oh, moussaka. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, cool. That's fine. I just don't want you. What I don't want you to start doing is having a full yogurt or having a latte. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So that sort of thing can really cause you problems. So yeah, I mean, Jolette's ended up with an absolute horrendous time after having 2 lattes. Like her face just went out here. Really horrendous.
So, did she experience that before TBC?
Sorry?
Did she experience that before TBC? Any of the allergies to dairy stuff?
She was living life really toxically, actually. So she was experiencing all of these allergies, but not to the extent. Now, when you're clean for such a long period of time, when you do experience the allergy, it's like that, boom, massive. So yeah, she's been intolerant all her life. She's been experiencing allergies since she was 12, and no one's ever even thought to tell her to get away from the wheat and get away from the dairy. And no doctor, no nothing. She's had drugs, antihistamines all her life. No doctor has said, come off lactose, come off wheat. And then as soon as she comes on the programme, all of her allergies go, and she, like all of us, she went off the wagon, had a few lattes, and all of a sudden, boom, they all came back and tenfold. So yeah, it was horrendous. And John's talking about a paleo restaurant in Leamington Spa as well, which sounds really cool. That's the picture he posted the other day. So
Yeah, food is incredible.
Really
Really good. Yeah, we opened up a box at the back of the restaurant as well.
Really
Yeah.
awesome.
You gotta have a workout and then go stop your face.
That's brilliant. I'll have to. It's another thing I've thought about is actually getting together some almost like a database of restaurants around the UK, which are almost like advocated restaurants to eat at. So you can almost like over the UK. It's a massive, massive task, but That's another thing I'm thinking of doing. Be quite cool.
I mean, the food choices there were dead easy. Because everything was just, as much as some of it had sauces and stuff on it, it wasn't as bad as
No.
eating out as bog standard restaurant.
Yeah. I bet you
There's
could
no
just pretty
food,
much
it's all
choose
wheat.
anything, couldn't you?
Yeah, I had a carpaccio for starter, and then beef ribs. I had some sweet potato, then some cheat meal. So
Yeah. Nice.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Good man. Good man. Sounds good. Awesome. Well, it's hopefully that's been beneficial. It's getting late, and need to let you guys have some time. Think about what I said about how we're going to start implementing stuff now. Have a think about the Christmas party. If you've got any sort of things you want to add in or things you'd like to see there. All right. Apart from naked Paul.
Yeah, Butler's in the bath. Great idea, Jem.
If you think I'm going to stand there looking at half-naked men all night at a bloody party that I've organised, you've got another
We'll be
thing to
happy
do.
though,
I'm with you
Justin.
there, Justin.
However, if you want to suggest something else,
Well, we can just pick boys as well. We're leaving it up.
so both.
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
It sounds a bit more appealing, doesn't it?
And,
You and Hayley and Anna. Yeah, Mark's offered anyway. He'll be buffed by then.
good.
Not doing any pole dancing. There's
Have you
poles.
seen Hayley's profile picture?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect candidate.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that. Brilliant. Love it. All right, guys. So keep in touch. So if there's any ideas you've got for the Christmas do, put them out there. Apart from Butlers in the Buff, and hopefully that'll be a good evening. And hopefully everything else has been beneficial, and you know what's coming up. And I'll see you on the other side.
Wow.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Cheers, Justin.
Thank you for coming on. Have a really good week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.